The Nothing Phone 2 is officially here, and after weeks of teasers, we finally get to see if the hype is real or not. The Phone 1 was a solid first attempt and it got many things right, including the price, which meant that the Phone 2 has some big shoes to fill. While our review is in progress, here's a quick unboxing and first look at the Nothing Phone 2. For starters, the packaging is a lot better this time around. The Phone 2 ships in a similar slim box with a blown up photo of the rear section of the phone printed on it. After you rip open this tab, there's a proper box inside which actually slides out. Inside you get this little paper sleeve for the safety information booklet. Next up is the SIM eject tool, similar to the one we saw with the Nothing Phone 1, and this new fancy USB Type-C to Type-C cable with a transparent section near the connector. And finally, we have the Nothing Phone 2 itself in this new dark grey color instead of black. But don't worry, there's also a white variant. So what's new in the Phone 2? Well, let's break it down, starting off with design. The Phone 2 is a larger smartphone than Phone 1, which means that it is noticeably taller and a bit wider, heavier and thicker. It still feels excellent to hold, and nothing says that the mid-frame is made from 100% recycled aluminium. The positioning of the antenna bands and one of the microphones are a bit different, but the buttons and ports are mostly in the same place as the Phone 1. The glass back panel of Phone 2 gets curved edges, which is nicer to hold, and the glyph lights now have more sections, thereby allowing for more varied lighting patterns. The display is still flat and now has a centered hole punch camera. It measures 6.7 inches and gets an LTPO OLED panel, which has the ability to drop the refresh rate down to 1 Hz from 120 Hz if needed. Peak brightness has also gotten a boost to 1600 nits. Waterproofing has been improved slightly as well, as the Phone 2 is now IP54 rated versus IP53. The Nothing Phone 2's hardware has received some upgrades. From a mid-range chip in the Phone 1, Nothing has gone with the tried and tested Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC from Qualcomm. It's not the latest and greatest, but I think it should do just fine. And there are 3 variants of the Phone 2 on offer this time, which includes a new 512GB storage variant. The battery has also gotten a slight bump in capacity, and the Phone 2 now supports 45-watt PD fast charging. 15 watts wireless charging is still present along with 5 watts reverse wireless charging. The Nothing Phone 2 still uses 2 rear cameras, but the main one has been upgraded to a 50 megapixel Sony IMX890 sensor. And this is the same one we've seen in many recent phones such as the OnePlus 11R, the Nord 3 and many more. The ultra-wide camera is still the same 50 megapixel Samsung JN1 sensor from the Phone 1, and it does have autofocus for macro photos. The selfie camera on the Phone 2 has been upgraded to a 32 megapixel Sony IMX615 sensor. Now we are in the process of testing the cameras, so do check the full review for our final thoughts when it's out. Finally, we come to the software, and the Phone 2 runs Nothing OS 2.0, which is based on Android 13. The Phone 2 is set to receive 3 years of Android upgrades and 4 years of security patches. Nothing OS 2.0 introduces some new widgets, a monochrome icon pack, and many subtle tweaks to the interface. The glyph lights have also gotten new customizations. It now supports auto brightness, and you can tag certain apps or types of notifications from an app as essential, which means that one light strip will remain on till you dismiss or view that particular notification. There are new ringtones and notification sound packs, and you can even use the glyph lights to keep track of a timer or even check the progress of some third-party apps such as Uber. Finally, the Glyph Composer allows you to create your own ringtones or alert sounds. Now, we'll be exploring the software and Phone 2's performance in much greater detail in the full review, so make sure you don't miss it by subscribing to Gadgets 360 on your favorite social platform. Drop us a comment and let us know if there's anything specific you'd like us to cover in the full review. Thanks for watching, and for all things tech, do log on to gadgets360.com.